Well, hello, my friends, and thank you for joining me here on my channel. It's been a really long time since I posted last. As I mentioned in my last video, I took a summer job or spring to summer job at my local garden center, and so I've been really busy. I haven't had any time to do videos, and I haven't even had any time to get in my own garden, which is kind of a downside of that job. Not to mention how physical and just if you don't really like being in hot sun all day or rain or cold, it can be a little bit of a tough job. But all in all, it was an amazing experience. And I had mentioned this before that it was a bucket list job. And I feel so grateful and so lucky that I was able to do that. Not sure if I would do it again, but hey, I'm keeping all my options open. And here I am now, and I'm moving forward. So I got to sit in this wonderful little seating area with a glass of wine, and I had some time to think. And I don't know about you, but I'm a big thinker. So here's what I kind of came up with. If you've watched my channel, you know that this is my front garden and it's a very sunny spot. And I've been trying over the last few years to make it look very cottagey. I've done a huge overhaul of this space. I've moved a lot of the plants around. I've gotten rid of a lot of plants. And as you can see here, I framed the front door, tried to really keep this very symmetrical, moved 2 spirea over here. The catmint that I had around the sort of curved pathway, I've put now in front of the hydrangeas. By the way, speaking of the hydrangeas, look how much growth they have put on this year. They're doing amazing. So I'm really happy with this look. It's really taking on this slightly less is more feel that I'm going for. That's kind of where I am now as a gardener. I have realized that for me, no garden is low maintenance, certainly, and my garden is not. But I need to pull back on some of the maintenance and I need it to feel calmer. So I've taken a lot of plants out. I have to work on this curve because it's not still sitting right. I really think it needs to be a little bit pushed over on the right side. But I'm really liking the feel here. This is sort of the side garden. As you head from the front garden into the back garden, I really wanted it to have sort of a moment. And I think we're getting there. As I mentioned, there's some transplants I've done and some new plantings I've done. This bird bath is pushed over in the wind. We had quite some wind the other night, so let me just move that. This agastache, I have to move forward. I love it, but it's pushing too much on the plants in the back, so I have to pull that more forward. I will wait to do that only because the bees right now, I hate moving and transplanting stuff when they're so active. This side garden is coming together. I moved the clethra back over here. I just called Uncle on my whole native bed idea that I had going. I also purchased, and I don't know if I had shared this in a video, probably not, but I had purchased 2 Little Devil 9-barks. One I placed here, and the other one I placed over here. This is a really hard spot. It gets very shady until about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Then it's blasted with hot, intense sun. This area here I will be working on. I'll show that when I work on it in another video. I have to take some of the grass out. There will be some surrounding rocks involved. The patio. Oh my gosh, you guys. The patio has sat like this since, I guess, the last time I updated you. We were just so busy this summer. We decided to just put a pause on the whole thing and pick up now in the fall. So we will be picking up the patio. It looked like this for most of the summer. It just got really weedy. So pulling weeds there was not fun. We have picked out the stone pretty much. These are the pavers that we will be working with. Just need to order everything, get our measurements, and we need to put some road base down. There's a lot to do. The catmint hedge that I put in, I am loving. I think this was such a great addition. It really softens the deck. It'll transition now into the patio. I'm considering maybe putting up some kind of wall there. Haven't really decided on that. And then we're in the back garden, which has had such a transformation. Again, I decided, you guys, to pull out the whole native bed that I was trying to create. It wasn't working. It was starting to look a little ridiculous and forced. However, I did add a nanny berry viburnum, which is in the cage there, sitting, waiting to just take root. And then we're off to what I call my bird bed, which I was inspired by this picture. And that's sort of what I'm going for. I've added some of my shade plants that I bought at the job that I worked. Some astilbe, some brunnera, and I have my sweet spire shrub, the bird bath, which needs a good cleaning. But more on that in another time. So that's a little catch up on where I'm at, what I've been doing. And I hope you are really great, and I hope you had a wonderful Labor Day. See you soon.